In the land of the fair go, a nation where the judiciary is born of a genocide, a country where a 50,000-year-old civilization whose laws respected family and community was displaced by an invading army of sheep. A land without treaty, without a soul, and without the knowledge gained. A land without family or community woven through its spirit. The wizards who inspired this evil now wearing dead sheep and horsehair on their heads, so as their heathen beliefs continue to empower them over the families who live in Oz. Wizards who profess to administer justice, but are merely the worshippers of false idols and can now be seen by all as mere charlatans. These creatures whose totem is the sheep, the very creature that robbed the original peoples of their land, that was honoured by their laws above the very lives of the families who lived here, brought to this paradise to feed the needs of an industrial monster created on the other side of the planet. An industry that made cloth, a technology based on the spinning wheel and opposed by the weavers known as Luddites, their own people. An invasion that provided the raw material so as people could hide themselves behind the clothes they wore, which showed what they could afford and set themselves above each other. An industry that brought waste and consumption to the planet, an industry so cruel it destroyed all opposition by burning the looms in India and cutting their thumbs from the weavers. An industry that built the slave trade so as to provide cotton to feed its avaricious greed, this race of clothes-wearing thieves formed by the misery inflicted upon families and communities throughout the world, had the gall to proclaim themselves civilized and above those who did not need them. They forced us off our land and made us wear rags of pretense, rags that cover their nakedness and hide their spirit from the world. These honourable gentiles profess their right to determine life and death of the civilians of the nation, who see themselves above accountability, who are guilty of misleading and deceptive conduct, unconscionable conduct and unfair empowerment in contracts. These heartless savages jail its Aboriginal people at 14 times the rate of others, and know the original peoples have a lifespan that is 25% less than that of the average population, yet continue to sentence them to their concentration camps as part of a 230-year-old war that can only end